These are just super awkward camera angles because I'm trying to block the wind from my microphone. That's the adventure of it. It was a awesome, hard, rough week. And actually there's a bigger bull up there right now. Son of a gun. That's all right. You win some, you lose some. I consider this a win. Walking down the mountain with some meat in my pack. I mean, do I really want to get walking water shots in the flats? I was just up in this beautiful alpine. Screw it, let's just end show now. I'm back. I'm up here, boy. Welcome to the Molador. I've only got 2 minutes left on this camera. Forgot all my memory cards. Gonna have to make her quick. I bet you want to see him, don't you? Boom. Look at that guy.
I'll tell you this right now. If I lose another big buck like that to these damn cameras, patience is definitely a virtue that I have. Or laziness. That's a bad day right there. Hungry eat, thirsty drink. Cold, make fire.
I hike all day, straight up to where the Tahr should be, but all I get is a few minutes where the wind is calm enough to glass. I know this is not going to be easy, as the winds are reported at gale force with gusts at up to over 100 miles per hour. Tahr hunting is tough enough because of the big, steep country they call home. Add in the weather and it's a whole new ballgame. For me, Tahr hunting is about the difficulty and doing it the right way. Hiking up from the bottom, hunting hard, and going it alone. Rain, wind, or shine, I'm here to hunt and in for the long haul. Since the weather's getting pretty bad, I'm gonna change my plan. Instead of go for Tahr, I'm gonna try to go for this deer that I've spotted across the way. Because I don't think I'll be spotting many Tahr in this. Man, it's windy. The weather is not on my side, but I have a wild red deer hunkered down as the storm picks up. I should probably do the same, but it's not my nature. I've got a lot of ground to cover before dark if I'm going to get in for a shot. Although the weather may seem like it's against me, in this particular instance, it may keep the stag in one place long enough for me to get over there and get in close.
Little push. Just gonna get up on this ridge. I think the deer's bedded on the other side there. The rain's lightening up and he was bedded last I saw him. So I'm just gonna creep up there with all my gear, set up. Hopefully he's just sleeping. The wind's pretty good, but it's swirling quite a bit because it's so strong. So while it's stopped, I'm gonna make a move for it. Change the battery in the GoPro. That's my setup.
old stag. So I'm gonna try to sneak up, get in position, and wait for him to stand. But I'm kind of waiting for a break in the weather too, where I can have the cameras out and not get them soaking wet in the wind. So I may have to try to get him to stand up once I'm ready. But I'm gonna make my move around and see if I can't get close. He's just way back here.
We designed the Solo Hunter Bino harness to be ultra functional in the field, particularly for bow hunters. It needed to be low profile, compact, super quiet but durable, and have one-handed operation. I think for the most part, we nailed it.
Despite the weather, I snuck within range of a wild red deer and decided to slip out of sight in order to get a better shot angle. It's a risky move this close, but I feel like he's gonna stay in his bed. I don't see him anywhere. The old stag gave me the slip. I messed that one up. I was trying not to make those kind of mistakes, but I thought, well, I'll just get up closer where I just have a good view of his whole body, and then get him to stand up. Had he stood up where he was, I would have had a perfect shot. I could have set the camera up and everything. I think I just got in too close and the wind did a swirl in here and off he went. That's my guess. He could have just sauntered off and just been a thing of bad timing as well. But I'm thoroughly wet, and I've got a little ways back, so we can head down. It's starting to get pretty dark, even though it looks pretty light in the camera. The sun is down, and the rain is setting in. It seems like the more I hunt and film, the more days I have that are just horrible for having a camera out. That's another factor is if it was a nice clear day, I would have just set up right where I was at. But I didn't want to leave the camera sitting out because it's raining and windy. So I thought, well, might as well walk up. Just wasn't patient. Missed an opportunity. Down the mountain I go. Seems like the weather wants to stay here. It'd just be nice to have one solid day where I could at least sit down in glass without the wind practically knocking me over. It just looks like such easy country, but it takes a long time to get places. Things are a lot further than they look, and it looks like you could just, easy walking till you hit brush and things, and it becomes, sometimes you think somewhere you could get to in an hour, it takes you almost nearly a day. Just gonna glass this face and hopefully find a bull tahr. I wish that for a few seconds I could just blast that wind through the TV. You could feel it just for a second. You go, because it was rough. Today feels good, man. If the weather holds out and it just stays a little calm, I think it really could be the day. Please, no wind. That's just too much. 5 days in a row of just getting hammered. Let's get done. Got a bull walking across this scree field just to the right of that grass patch. Let me see if that's
up higher. Right. The end of my finger now. I don't think it's a real old bull, but might do the trick. Here's that little dot. Watch it move.
Keeping your rifle protected, clean, and dry while hunting is a big priority, but so is having the ability to get at it quickly when you need it. That's where the rifle cover comes into play. I have this thing on my rifle all the time. Until it's time to pull the trigger, this rifle cover is on my rifle.
From now on, I'm just gonna have to set the camera on the ground because it's just gonna rip right off the mountain.
In this country, nothing happens really fast. I have about 3,000 vertical feet and multiple miles in scree fields to pass. I have no clue what the weather will be doing by the time I get over there, or if the short morning break in the wind will remain for the duration. Is the bad weather dying down, or is this the dreaded calm before the storm? After multiple days of not seeing tahr, this is my best opportunity, and I'm going to have to take it. I run into some small bulls along the way, but I know there is a better one in the far-off basin, so I grit down and push on. Even if the other bull is long gone, I'll know I gave it my best effort.
This is like the roughest. Real close because I'm talking into the microphone that's inside my jacket. Hey, this is real high production value right here. Holy smokes. I just don't even know what else to do. I don't even think this will work, but now you can get the story. Hope you're all good with that, because that's what you're getting. It's probably super loud, huh? All right, I'm gonna go stalking.
When the winds rip so fast you can't stand, but keep pushing for the top, that's when you know you really want to be out hunting. With not much time left to hunt, it is either face the wind and rain or go home. I would take 100-mile-per-hour winds over sitting inside and wishing I was out hunting any day. The times I remember are the ones that push me just a little bit harder. These are the days that seem to stick.
For information on Solo Hunter rifle covers or our bino harness system, or to find us on social media for exclusive photos and videos, connect with us on our website at solohunter.com.
The weather hit hard. It would have been easy to call it and head home, but I kept pushing on. I'm invested. I spent the better part of the day hiking into this back basin. I'm rewarded with my persistence as the high winds push the last of the rain clouds past. I spot the bull off in the distance. The Tahr should be just one gully behind me. The trouble is I have to come up from below because of the way that the wind's blowing. And then the sun is right behind him, so the sun's going to be shining on me the entire stalk. It's a really difficult stalk, plus when I get to shoot, it's going to be really hard to see. I'm going to load her up. Okay, locked and loaded. That was awesome. Stock worked out perfect. I was able to set my cameras up, and I just had to crawl through that tussock. Once I got through, there's this dip here below me, and I just crawled right in. And the sun, it was really hard to see through the scope. I was a little nervous, and with the wind, I just held into the wind. I was actually holding about neck level, and shot, dropped. It looks like a good bull. I worked hard for it. It's probably some of the hardest tahr I've ever had to work for. The fact that it's the last day, I mean, I don't know how many times I end up getting one on the last day. It's perseverance, man. I mean, this hunt was unbelievably grueling, not because of just the physical aspect, but the weather as well. And I don't even know if it's captured on the camera because it's just so hard to even film. I was thinking, what am I even doing out here? That was some of the worst wind I've ever experienced in my life. But I had no choice. This is my only chance to hunt them this year. And I just made it everything that I could, gave it everything I could. Tahr's in the pack. I'm down to the stream that I left this morning and didn't get any water from because I was planning on following it up. Ended up hiking thousands of feet, going quite a few miles with zero water. But I've got a tahr to show for it. Actually, there's a bigger bull up there right now. Son of a gun. That's all right. You win some, you lose some. I consider this a win. Walking down the mountain with some meat in my pack and some horns poking out the top. Hunts like this are ones that get logged into my memory. The wind and mountains were tough, and it's a long way back to the truck. But in hunts where everything seems stacked against you, persistence is your greatest ally. the ability to stick it out. To me, luck seems to be the intersection of persistence and opportunity. And for that, I'm lucky.